Elderly waking up to urinate. Is it normal? Discover how to stop it with 5 simple changes. Have you ever been sound asleep only to be pulled awake by your bladder again? You walk to the bathroom in the dark, then lie back in bed staring at the ceiling waiting for sleep to return. Some nights it doesn't. And by morning you feel drained like your energy never came back. If this happens almost every night, you're not alone and you're not broken. Many people over 60 believe waking up to pee is just part of aging. But here's the truth. It doesn't have to be. Waking up to urinate, what doctors call nocturia, might be caused by 5 small daily habits, not by your age or illness. In today's video, I'll walk you through 5 gentle changes that have helped seniors across the country sleep peacefully again. No pills, no surgery, just smart, simple steps you can start tonight. Now let's begin with the first habit, the one most people get wrong without knowing. Habit number 1, stop drinking fluids after 7 p.m. Let's begin with one of the simplest changes you can make tonight. Stop drinking fluids too late in the evening. Now I know this sounds small. Many people in their 60s or 70s enjoy a warm cup of tea or a bowl of soup before bed. It feels calming, familiar, like a quiet ritual to close the day. But what most people don't realize is that these nighttime sips may be quietly waking them up later and robbing them of deep, restful sleep. You see, your body has a natural rhythm. As night falls, it starts to produce a hormone called vasopressin. Its job is to slow down urine production while you sleep. But here's the thing, if you drink fluids too close to bedtime, your body doesn't get enough time to activate this hormone properly. Your kidneys keep working like it's still daytime, and your bladder fills even when your brain wants rest. And it's not just plain water. Fruits like melon or grapes, warm broths, herbal teas, or even vitamin drinks, they all count. Your bladder doesn't care how healthy the fluid is. It just fills. Take Carolyn Hayes, a 72-year-old retired librarian from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. She was waking up 3 or 4 times a night every night. She thought it was just part of getting older. But when we reviewed her routine, we found that she was sipping chamomile tea at 9 p.m. out of habit. Once she started finishing all her fluids by 7 p.m., her sleep changed. Within 10 days, she was waking only once. 2 weeks later, she was sleeping through the night more often than not. So here's a gentle rule of thumb. Try to finish your last drink 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. If you go to bed around 10 p.m., aim to stop all fluids by 7 p.m. That gives your body time to adjust, regulate hormone levels, and ease into deep sleep. Now, of course, there are exceptions. If you have diabetes, or if you're taking medications that increase thirst, speak with your doctor before making changes. But even in those cases, adjusting the timing, drinking more earlier in the day and less in the evening can bring real benefits. And if you're someone who gets anxious about getting thirsty at night, here's a tip: keep a small glass of water by your bedside just in case. Sometimes just knowing it's there is enough to help you relax. This one shift, stopping fluids a bit earlier, can help calm your bladder, deepen your sleep, and give your body the rest it needs to heal and recharge. Tonight, as you reach for that bedtime drink, just pause. Ask yourself, do I really need this now? Or can it wait until morning? That single decision might be the first step toward a more peaceful night. Habit number 2. Avoid late dinners and diuretic foods. Now that we've talked about evening fluids, let's look at another habit that quietly disrupts sleep: eating dinner too late or eating the wrong types of food at night. Think back to your younger days. Dinner was often served early, maybe around 5:30 or 6 p.m. You'd sit down with family, clear the table, take a short walk, and ease into the evening. But for many of us now, that rhythm has shifted. It's not uncommon to eat at 8 or even 9 p.m. sometimes while watching TV or scrolling through the phone. Here's why that matters. As we get older, our digestion naturally slows down. The muscles in the stomach and intestines don't move food as quickly, and the digestive enzymes that break down meals become less active. So when you eat late, your body is still working to digest while you're trying to sleep. That activity stimulates your entire system, raising your heart rate, increasing bladder sensitivity, and making it harder for sleep hormones to do their job. And certain foods make things even worse. Tomatoes, cucumbers, watermelon, celery, green tea, chocolate, and salty or spicy meals all have diuretic properties. That means they encourage the body to flush out more fluid. Add that to a late dinner, and your bladder may be getting a wake-up call before your brain is ready to open its eyes. Let me tell you about Walter Simmons, a 74-year-old retired mechanic from Asheville, North Carolina. For years, he had a healthy late dinner around 8:30 grilled chicken cucumber salad, a piece of dark chocolate, and a cup of green tea. But he was waking up 2 or 3 times a night to use the bathroom. We gently adjusted his routine, moved dinner to 6 p.m., swapped out the salad for steamed vegetables, replaced green tea with warm milk, and cut the chocolate entirely. Within a few weeks, Walter was sleeping through the night and waking up with more energy than he had felt in years. So what can you do? Start by shifting dinner earlier. Aim to eat at least 3 hours before bedtime, giving your body time to process the meal before sleep. Choose warm, simple foods like soft-cooked vegetables, brown rice with lentils, or a bowl of soup with toast. These are easier to digest and less likely to irritate your bladder. If you're worried about getting hungry later, a small bedtime snack is okay as long as it's light and bladder-friendly. A spoon of plain yogurt, a piece of soft toast with peanut butter, or a few slices of banana can settle your stomach without triggering urination. Now let me ask you, what time do you usually eat dinner and what do you normally have on your plate? You'd be surprised how many people find their answer right there in the timing and ingredients of their evening meal. This one shift, just like reducing evening fluids, helps calm your system, support sleep hormones, and reduce those restless nighttime wake-ups. So tonight, try starting a little earlier. Sit down to dinner while there's still some light in the sky. Your bladder and your sleep just might thank you for it. Habit number 3. Stop going, just in case before bed. Now let's talk about a habit that almost everyone over 60 does without thinking going to the bathroom just in case before bed. It sounds harmless, maybe even smart. You brush your teeth, fluff the pillows, fold your blanket, and even if you don't really feel the urge, you take one last trip to the bathroom, just in case. But here's the problem when you do this. Night after night, your bladder starts to learn a new pattern. It begins to believe it needs to empty itself even when it's not full. Normally, a healthy bladder holds about 10 to 16 ounces of urine before sending a signal to the brain. But if you keep going early over time, the bladder gets trained to send that signal much earlier, sometimes with only a few ounces inside. It's like a dog being trained to bark at every small sound. Eventually, the barking becomes constant even when there's no real danger. That's exactly what happened to Marjorie Collins, a 69-year-old piano teacher from Springfield, Missouri. Every night, even when she didn't need to go, she visited the bathroom before bed just to be safe. Still, she was waking up around 2 a.m., then again at 4. She thought something was wrong with her bladder, but after we gently helped her change the habit, only going when she truly felt the urge, her bladder slowly relearned how to wait. Within 2 weeks, she was waking only once. By the end of the month, some nights passed without a single trip. Now, this doesn't mean you should ignore your body, but the key is listening honestly and not letting fear drive the behavior. If you find yourself anxious or restless before bed, here are a few gentle ways to calm your body instead. Sit quietly and take slow, deep breaths. Listen to soft instrumental music or a favorite old hymn. Soak your feet in warm water, then wrap them in a towel. Read a few calming lines from a book you love. These small acts help relax your nervous system without creating false alarms in the bladder. Of course, there are exceptions. If you take diuretics or live with incontinence or prostate conditions, speak with your doctor. Your needs may be different, and that's okay. In those cases, what matters most is timing and managing hydration earlier in the day. Some people also keep a bedside commode nearby for peace of mind. That's perfectly fine as long as you use it only when truly necessary. Overusing it can reinforce the habit and make the bladder more sensitive over time. The truth is, part of aging well is learning to trust your body again, to listen when it speaks but not rush when it whispers. So tonight, if you're tempted to go, just in case, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, do I truly need to go or am I just anxious? You might be surprised how quickly your bladder can return to a healthier rhythm with just a little patience and self-kindness. Habit number 4, change your sleeping position. Now that we've talked about what you eat, drink, and do before bed, let's look at something even more surprising, how you sleep. Not how long, but how your body is positioned during sleep. You may have never thought much about it. Some people sleep on their back, some on their stomach, others curled on their side. But what we now know is that your sleeping posture can directly affect how often your bladder wakes you up at night. Let's start with the worst position for your bladder, sleeping on your stomach. When you lie face down, the weight of your body presses directly onto your lower abdomen. That gentle but constant pressure pushes down on the bladder, sometimes triggering a false sense of urgency. It's like resting a soft sponge under a stack of books it eventually compresses, even if it's not full. Then there's sleeping flat on your back. It might feel comfortable at first, especially if you've had back pain in the past. But for many older adults, this position makes snoring and sleep apnea worse. And when your breathing is interrupted, your body can't regulate two critical hormones: melatonin, which helps you stay asleep, and vasopressin, which reduces urine production at night. So what's the best position? Most doctors recommend sleeping on your left side. This gentle posture allows your organs, especially your kidneys, liver, and bladder, to relax into their natural place. Blood flow improves, pressure on the bladder decreases, and your digestive system functions more smoothly through the night. I'll never forget Richard Malloy, a 71-year-old retired truck driver from Spokane, Washington. He told me he had slept on his stomach since his Army days said it helped him feel grounded, but he was waking up 3 times a night to pee every single night. We guided him to slowly shift to side sleeping, using pillows to support his back and knees. Within just 2 weeks, he reported sleeping over 6 hours straight. For the first time in years, he said, "I didn't feel like I needed a nap before lunch." If you're a lifelong back or stomach sleeper, don't worry. Change doesn't have to be sudden. You can use a few simple tools to help your body adjust. Place a soft pillow behind your back so you don't roll flat. Tuck a pillow between your knees to ease hip and lower back tension. Use a low head pillow that keeps your neck aligned, not tilted too high. For those with joint pain, ergonomic sleep pillows are now widely available online or at local medical supply stores. These small supports can make a big difference in comfort and consistency. So tonight, I invite you to try a gentle shift lie on your left side, even just for the first part of the night. Let your body settle, your breath slow, and your bladder relax. Sometimes the smallest change in position can lead to the biggest change in how you sleep and how you feel in the morning. Habit number 5, cool and breathable sleep environment. Now let's turn our attention to something you might not expect: your bedroom itself. We often talk about food, water, and bedtime routines, but few people stop to think about how their sleeping environment might be silently interrupting their rest. Here's what most people don't realize. For your body to enter deep, uninterrupted sleep, your core temperature needs to drop slightly. This cooling down signals your brain to release melatonin, the hormone that helps you stay asleep, and vasopressin, the hormone that slows nighttime urination. But if your room is too warm or your bedding too thick, this cooling never happens. And without that drop in temperature, your body stays in a light sleep state, easily disturbed and more likely to send your bladder into action even if it's not truly full. Think about your own bedroom. Do you sleep with flannel pajamas, a heavy comforter, and the windows closed? Maybe you keep the ceiling fan off, afraid of catching a chill. These choices may feel cozy, but they're working against your body's natural rhythm. That was exactly the case for Donna Marshall, a 68-year-old retired nurse living in Lexington, Kentucky. Donna had always slept bundled long sleeves, fleece socks, and a thick quilt tucked under her chin. She believed the warmth helped her joints and kept her immune system strong. But she was waking up 2 to 3 times a night thinking it was her bladder acting up. When we made a few gentle changes, swapping her flannel pajamas for light cotton, trading her heavy quilt for 2 thin layered blankets, and cracking the window just an inch, her body finally began to cool properly at night. Within 10 days, her sleep deepened, and the nighttime bathroom trips dropped to just 1. So what's the ideal sleep environment? Experts recommend keeping your bedroom between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. This cooler range supports hormone release and allows your muscles and organs to fully relax. Choose natural breathable bedding materials like cotton or bamboo that allow airflow and wick away moisture. Instead of one heavy blanket, try 2 or 3 thin layers. That way you can adjust easily during the night based on how your body feels. And don't be afraid to let some fresh air in. Even a small opening in the window or a low-speed ceiling fan can make a world of difference in circulation and comfort. Now you might be wondering, what about hydration? What if keeping the room cool makes me feel thirsty or wakes me up with a dry mouth? That's a fair concern, but remember, we're not asking you to freeze. We're simply helping your body reach its natural nighttime temperature. And if you're worried, keep a small glass of water near your bed just for comfort. Most nights you won't even need it, but knowing it's there helps you relax. So let me ask you, what does your bedroom feel like right now? Is it light breathable and cool, or is it sealed heavy and warm? This small area, your bed, your sheets, your air, has more power over your bladder than you might imagine. And best of all, you don't need medication or machines to fix it. Just a few thoughtful adjustments and your room can become a space of real healing. So tonight maybe fold back that extra blanket. Choose a soft, loose pair of cotton pajamas, let a little fresh air in, and give your body the space it needs to truly rest. You may find that peaceful sleep was waiting for you all along just beneath the surface of one simple change. So let's take a quiet moment to reflect on the 5 gentle changes we've covered today. No fluids after 7 p.m. so your bladder can rest. Eat dinner early and avoid foods that push your body to release more urine. Only use the bathroom when your body truly asks for it, not just in case. Sleep on your left side with gentle support to ease pressure on your bladder. And finally, keep your bedroom cool, breathable, and calm like a space made for healing. Each one of these changes may seem small on its own, but together they create a powerful shift, a new rhythm that tells your body, it's safe to rest now. And please, if you've been waking up, tired, frustrated, or quietly resigned to broken sleep, I want you to remember this: you are not broken. Your body is still listening, still responding. And yes, it can heal even now. Sleep is not just rest. It's where your strength is restored, your memory sharpened, your heart protected. It's where your energy, your true energy, returns. I've seen these changes help real people. Rajan, a retired teacher from Oregon, went from 4 wake-ups to just 1. Mina, a former school secretary in Ohio, started sleeping through the night for the first time in 15 years. And even Grandpa Frank from Tallahassee at 8'4" said, I feel like I got 10 years back just by sleeping better. So here's a small suggestion. Write down these 5 steps and place the list somewhere gentle, maybe beside your bed, or tucked near your reading lamp. Let it become a quiet reminder, a promise to yourself. And now I'd love to hear from you which of these 5 feels easiest to try and which one feels hardest. Leave a comment and share your thoughts. And if you're ready to begin tonight, just type the word hope. Your story might be the one that encourages someone else to begin. And if this video brought you clarity or comfort, please like, share, and subscribe. Every small act of support helps this message reach another tired soul who needs it. From my heart to yours, I wish you peace, rest, and maybe a full night's sleep.